go to the ball, where there's beautiful music being played, people dancing in big lavishing dresses and just spinning about. And Gilly and Duke, Luke, Brennan of Gelbwurst walk in, and they're kind of just looking down as this is being held in the main entrance hall. Seminiar, you're feeling a little funsies. But, yeah, they're just kind of... Yeah, you're not holding your liquor too well, but thankfully you haven't had enough to yeet you off into existence. But Haribo, Miles, and Zeminiar, each of you see a woman kind of walk up to you, each a different woman, obviously, and they're like, would you care to dance?
Certainly. Yes, of course. Very charming.
So you can choose any 3 of the random women that are alone on this map and go dance with them. If you all can make some nice, fun... what would be that kind of...
I'm gonna protect this lady.
Charisma?
Looks like she's gonna get mowed down by
That's very fair. So you all can make... I almost want to say acrobatics, just because I feel like dancing is an acrobatic thing. But I'll just say a basic dexterity check, unless you want to do acrobatics if you're wanting to get real fancy and do, you know, some dirty dancing shit.
Performance seems like the way.
Oh, performance could be good too. I'll let you guys do a performance if you want.
Which, for most of us, I assume is the same as a charisma check.
Yeah?
For shits and or giggles, while I'm doing the performance draw, can I also do, purely for how, what kind of things I'm going to say to this lady, an intelligence check?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
Get it. Oh god. So, Zeminiar, you are just stepping on this woman's toes as she is, like, almost stepping on her dress as she is, like...
But the conversation's good.
The conversation's good, but unfortunately, like, as she's just twirling her dress, you just kind of keep stepping on it, and she's looking at you, and she goes, Sir, it is a ball, not a brawl. Hold your liquor better. And as she, like... As she's sitting there in her dress, she, like, twirls it enough to where you then see she has, like, a small little, like, kind of like a pocket container liquid thing. I forget what they're called right now.
A flask?
There you go, flask. I was like, And she, like, yanks it out of, like, her little, like, garter in her leg, and she just, like, downs it real quick and then continues to dance.
Too much Walmart wine.
I'm gonna look at her and just say, like, I'm sorry, you're very distracting in a positive way. So stupid.
Dancing. And Miles, you are dancing like it's empty. But Miles, you are dancing like the waltz is nothing for you. You just know this dance, and this woman's just flattered. She's like, oh my.
I tell her all about my church and the wedding ceremonies I've performed there, and like how I often dance with some of the people, just, you know, as priests do.
Bless. And Harbo, can you also roll a performance for me? As you're dancing with this woman?
I rolled an acrobatics.
Okay. Yep, so as you are dancing, unfortunately you are just a little too short for her, and you're just kind of like hugging her hips. You just like have your hands on her hips and like swaying, and she just has her hands on your shoulders, and she's very tall, and she's like, it's just awkward. Like that's the, like it's just unfortunately
She should have thought of that earlier.
It's true. This is very much Haribo's aesthetic, though.
And
is this when we perceive?
Winslow, are you not on the map?
I'm not, but I thought that was for a reason, so I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to drag someone. All right, well, who do you want to dance with? Go dance with someone.
I'll dance with the green lady.
Okay. Go ahead and roll whichever acrobatics, performance, whichever. Oh dear. You have the same kind of like unfortunate circumstance as Haribo, so you guys just feel like you're like the children like dancing with their mom, essentially. Like just the very odd swaying where Zeminiar and his woman are trying to do like the tango but drunkenly fucked up. And just kind of like weaseling about. And at this point, there'll be like a key change in the music where it turns into a waltz, and Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst and Gilly will walk down. Let's see how he does. My God, he's like nervous as shit, apparently. And
he wets
Gilly
himself.
also is finally nervous, and they're just like stiff as a board, like like just slowly rocking. They're doing the what they wanted you to do in middle school, like hold each other at arm's length and like just sway a bit. Let's see if they warm up at all on the dance floor. Yep, so I start to warm up. Let's see, Gilly, do you get any better? Gilly suddenly just feels like a god and starts just like manhandling him essentially, and they start dancing in coordinates together and look very graceful and peaceful and such. So you guys can then go to different women and dance, or you can dance with each other, whatever you want. But essentially Gilly is now on the dance floor just dancing her kind of night away. As of now.
I'm fine with this woman. She and I are having a nice time. I asked her if she's...
The sword backs off, I'll leave.
Okay, yeah, he goes up here, and there you go. I didn't mean for him to look so aggressively, I just needed different nights. But, yep. What ladies would you guys like to go dance with as the song ends?
I vow to
I stick with this lady
lady
and tell her that if she wants to get a... Oh. You first.
Okay, I bow to my lady and I go over here.
Wow, just
right.
instantly cheating on her, okay.
She didn't
Winslow.
look happy. I take her for the dance and I face through her over this way.
Winslow, who would you like to go dance
would not
with?
know what cheating
I'll
was.
dance with this one.
And her...
Ooh, all right. Zviniar and Miles, you are staying.
I'm staying with the one I'm with. I
tell her that if she sticks around with me, I'll buy her another drink.
I would like to perceive the room for anything unusual, though.
Yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. What?
What?
Why? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure what I'm reading is valid.
Yes.
Okay. That's... Wow, that's... Sorry, I just got paid. And I'm like, that's early. On a Tuesday. No one get paid on Wednesdays. Ooh. Anyways. Yep, so everything seems to be going well. You do see guards kind of stationed outside of the room. As you know, there's like 2 other hallways on this. Mm-hmm. But, so they're kind of stationed about and they're walking, and you can see like these 4 up here constantly kind of switching out and changing and walking so they stay awake and whatnot as night goes on.
There's no like dramatic one guard runs in kind of out of sight of the guests and tells the others, and there's some flurry of motion.
Nope, there's nothing. Everything seems normal. All of you do performance checks to see how you dance.
But I've already been dancing
Gilly...
so good.
Yeah.
Maybe this trips you up.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Oh, Winslow!
It makes sense though. It makes sense.
Alright. So, Miles, you are dancing phenomenally. Like, you have this woman, like, in the Dirty Dancing, like, holding her up as she's doing the weird, like, surf planking motion, essentially.
Yeah, we're just upstaging the royalty. It's fine.
Yeah, you're going to town. Winslow, unfortunately, as you are dancing with this woman, she just looks at you and she goes, "You're disgusting! How dare you step on my toe!" and dumps water on you and storms off.
Yeah, how dare you, a dwarf, presume to dance with it.
She storms away. Harbo! Tonight's your lucky night. You found a woman that is averagely shorter, and you guys are dancing so well together. You guys are just having a good old time, doing, I don't know, more waltzing, I guess.
Doing the Charleston.
And Miniar, you are doing fantastic with your woman now as she shares her other flask and her other hip with you. And you all are doing great together. Just fantastic as the night goes on. And there's a brief pause and everyone is like, "Oh yes," as some hors d'oeuvres are served and, you know, Gilly and the Duke kind of Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst go back up to the top, and there's some chairs for them now. Oh dear God. There's some chairs for them, and as they're sitting down and they're talking and can't really hear what they're saying because it's still loud as, you know, there's a bajillion people in here. And you see all your guys' dance partners go, "One moment, please." And they all kind of walk away from you, and you all can meet back up together.
Oh no. I do want to point out that the time I spent dancing with her, I talked about, asked her like what she does around the castle and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, you find out she's actually from Benedict, and she is she's just kind of married into a rich guy.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I know the rich guy too. She must be very impressed when I tell her about her husband.
Pretty much. She's like, "Oh, that's beautiful." But, you know, you can tell that she's not the most faithful of women. And all walk
we're
up.
Dancing here.
Yeah. And you two, Miles and Zaminar, you walk up as you see Winslow just kind of like trying to dry himself off after the unfortunate circumstance of what happened. And yeah.
Do we know what happened to him?
You can ask.
No, I'm sure it's self-explanatory.
Hey, Winsy boy. Why is your mustache wet? Why is everything wet?
Apparently, I was not some lady's type.
Oh.
Who's the bitch? Who just like swings around?
Ziminar, that's probably some royalty that you're just calling a bitch there. Just pointing that.
I say, who's bitch?
I make a mental note to report Ziminar to the authorities later.
Oh no!
What?
Nothing, traitor, nothing.
Hey, wait, hold up. I am not a traitor.
You're literally out here bad-mouthing royalty.
What?
Well,
Well,
I guess. What do? Do we just keep dancing? Do we make sure Princess Gilly is okay? I'm gonna look. Can I roll perception really quick for, what's it? Holes and stuff? Princess Gilly.
yeah.
She
You
can't
mean you
escape.
don't like Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst?
Just in case she needs help.
I think he just seems so milk toast.
Everyone's milk toast compared to Gilly.
And as you are sitting there and kind of looking at her, you can't really tell the look on her face based on how far away and the lights, and because you do realize that there are chandeliers with candles, but then they also have like some fairy fire like blips kind of just going about in the room to just make it very, fancy.
You know what? Similarly, Miles also wants to either incite her, like, demeanor and try and get a feel, because he hasn't seen her with this Duke yet, and he wants to kind of get a feel for how she, what her perspective is. So,
forgot the little pretentious photo he has.
Yeah. Yep.
I forgot how fucking funny it is. In case you all want to see him. Here he is.
Yeah.
Should be showing to you guys now. But
oh wait, I should have closed that so fast.
He's got a little gun.
No baby face.
He looks.
yeah. He's very baby faced, but he's about the same age
I'm
as
not gonna lie, he looks. They look like they're gonna like have a same sex marriage. He's very feminine.
Wow.
Pretty much. Alright, so you can tell from afar, Miles, that like she's happy and she's enjoying herself, but you could tell there's a hint of like she's just uncomfortable in general. And as you notice, a guard walks up and hands her a glass of wine, and she's like, "Thank you." And then, you know, she takes a drink out of it, and they're just kind of casually talking about whatever. Can't really hear them, but you can see they're talking and laughing and genuinely having a good time, you would say.
Her and the guard, or her and the Duke?
Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I can't call him Lord Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst. That's a silly name.
Well, that would apparently be his title. I looked into the matter.
Too bad that's not what he has, because Lord
he could
Luke
be an
doesn't
Earl
have his
or
fun ring.
Baron or something, depending on what else his father is.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's fine. He's also Duke
Yeah.
Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst. But overall, you could tell they're having a good time, and she kind of downs the wine pretty fast, and as the music starts back up and things are happening, they walk back down to the dance floor, and they go back to doing their dance, and everyone else starts dancing.
Sing.
Yep, so let's see how Gilly's doing. Ooh, that wine did her favors. And Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst also enjoyed it.
Wow, they're drinking. These kids are drinking.
They are. 13.
Dude,
Yeah, it's fine. It's
do you
like I
think
said.
that his name could be a tongue twister?
Duke Luke Brennan of Gelbwurst?
No, probably not.
I think Lord Luke would be more tongue twister than Duke Luke.
I feel like I could mess it up.
Lord Luke Brennan Duke of Gelbwurst.
Alright, so the dancing recommences. Where are you guys going? Who are you dancing with?
I'll dance with Zemir. Just kidding.
Oh. Oh, I was ready to see this happen.
I will. Can I take a drink back to that lady to pay her back for the flask?
Yeah, you can. As she's already double
Doing it.
fisting, essentially. She downs one and like throws it on the ground and grabs the one you hand her.
Someone has to.
Truly. Truly, truly. And as you all start dancing again and doing whatever, all of you roll your performance checks. If you're sitting out, that is fine as well. Winslow, it's understandable.
Winslow got his
Ooh.
feelings hurt.
Miles, you and this woman do not have chemistry.
It's actually all her, honestly. She's just so boring. Like, there's no pop, there's no crackle. She's like,
Yeah.
I give her a flyer to visit me at my church at some point, and that's about it.
Alright. And as the dancing is commencing and going on, suddenly all of you roll a perception check at disadvantage for me. If you are dancing at disadvantage, if you're just sitting there, just normal.
Perception.
Yep. Oh dear. Okay. All
Makes
right.
sense. I am doing
Yep.
fabulous with the dancing right now.
Yep. So everyone, most people don't see it except for Miles. And as you're dancing with the most terrible dancer partner ever, you notice that some of the people, there's this one woman in the room that just has been like almost kind of calling to you all and like watching. And you guys felt like you were being watched, but you're like, it's a room full of people. We're probably just anxious. And then suddenly, the possible room goes dark. On save. It should go